Hello, everyone. And today we're going to be talking about cozy corners, whether it be in the classroom or at home. I'm Frances Echeverria, and I'm a mental health consultant at the Early Childhood Council.
Good morning, and I'm Catherine Trujillo. I also work at the council with Frances. I am an early childhood mental health reflective coach.
So we hope you enjoy this presentation. So what is a cozy corner? A cozy corner is a comfortable place for a child to have some alone time to be able to self-regulate their behaviors. So it's a space that a kiddo can go that is calming. And again, it really deals with when they're having big emotions. It can be a place that has different tools to be able to help them control and self-regulate all their feelings and emotions that may be going on. And again, it goes back to helping reduce those challenging behaviors that we can sometimes see in kiddos. So why should you have a cozy corner? Creating a cozy corner in your classroom can help children to learn how to manage their big emotions. A cozy corner provides a safe place for young children to go where they can calm down when they're feeling mad, sad, nervous, or any other big emotion. This tool helps children to learn to self-regulate and in turn helps with difficult behaviors. So again, it's a safe place that once kids learn how to use it, they can go whenever they're having a tough time to help them learn how to better self-regulate and calm down, in a really nice space. So where does a cozy corner belong? This is important to think about when you're putting it in your classroom. So you want to choose a corner or an area of the classroom that is away from the door and away from the busiest play areas. So try to find a place in the quietest place in the room where the child can still be observed. So you always want to be able to see the kiddo when they're in the cozy corner. But again, it should be in an area that doesn't have a lot of things going on in the classroom. So, away from the block area, away from a lot of activities. Again, it's finding a space that can help the kid be calm. So it needs to be in a calm place. Not all cozy corners are the same. So use what you have and be creative. This is really a great time to, use the tools that you have already in your classroom, build things. As you can see, someone built like a little nook that they could go in, or you can have curtains to divide it. Really just do whatever feels right for you and the kids. If you want, the kids can, help to create the cozy corner. And again, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's really finding things that you have in the classroom and then getting creative with it and having fun with it. So be mindful of what you put into your cozy corner. So you want to consider the colors and the patterns of the materials, as they need to be calming and not overwhelming, right? So we want things that are going to help, again, calm the children and not activate them more. So you want to use soft materials, maybe like pillows and blankets or stuffed animals. And if you can, a curtain or something to make it semi-private. Keep in mind that less is more in this small space. So again, just thinking about, your kids best in the classroom and thinking about what helps them generally calm down, and finding those tools. And I think we're going to talk a little bit more about, what else can be put into the cozy corner. So here again are some more things. So again, these are tools, not toys. So these a glitter wand, a stress ball, sensory objects, maybe some noise canceling headphones. So these are tools that kids can use that will help them to regulate their emotions. So again, they're not toys, but really things that can help them to calm those big emotions down. And again, every cozy corner is different. So use what you have in the classroom yeah.
So introduce the cozy corner into your classroom. This is a big step that all teachers know that they need to do with their children when they're introducing a new concept, but it's often overlooked for a cozy corner. So make sure you're discussing the feelings and understanding that, the children don't know what to do with them, and this is the place that they can go to have those feelings. Um, Explain that the cozy corner is a place to take a few minutes to have feelings and return to a calm state. The cozy corner has rules just like any other space in your classroom. It is not to be used as a tool. It is to be used as a tool and not punishment, such as timeout. Um, Only one child is allowed in the space at a time, and it is a time sensitive place. So that means that once you have returned to being calm, you should move to another space in the room. So if a child is upset, this is where the teacher would make sure and do an observation and keep an eye on the kiddo. And when you notice that they've gotten to their calm state, then you can approach discussing to move on, to transition into the classroom. Um, this is not a place for children to play, hang out, read, or rest. It is only for a child to practice self-regulation of feelings and emotions. If the children are able to use it as a place to just hang out with friends and read, it will not work. So we need to be really aware of that. Like any other lesson, your students will need to demonstrate how to use the space and the tools you put in the cozy corner first. And then they'll have to use the tools with your guidance and support after they've been introduced to them. So like anything else in your classroom, you're going to do the full introduction explanation of what it is, why it's important, and then how to use it. So showing your students how to do something won't be as effective as showing them how to do it and then inviting them to do it on their own. Then and only then should you utilize the cozy corner and tools. It is also imperative that these steps are taken if you decide to introduce a new tool into the space. So if you have maybe your calming sticks and your noise canceling headphones to start, and then you decide that you would like to put a sensory tool into the space, that would be something that you would introduce to the classroom, talk about it, and then put it into the space. Remember, teachers need to keep an eye on the child in the cozy corner to make sure they are staying safe, using tools properly, and to notice when the child is calmed down. Children need to learn how to regulate their feelings and emotions because they don't know how. To do so, they need more than just tools. Tools don't work if we think of them as cures for behavior. So again, this is the children that are using the cozy corner are still going to need guidance from their teachers. It's not something they're just going to know how to use and use appropriately. It is the teacher's responsibility to then talk to the child about their feelings and acknowledge the steps they took to manage their feelings, and then help the child transition back into the classroom. So when they've come to that calm state, you can have the discussion about all of these things. So the main goal of the cozy corner is to help children learn to regulate emotions, not fix a child's behavior, though behavior may improve over time. The cozy corner is not a quick fix. It takes time, practice, and proper use. Again, this is where your guidance is going to come into play. The cozy corner is a choice that can be offered to a child, but should never be forced. And the last one is to observe and document what happens before, during, and after a behavior as part of your reflection as an educator. So again, what happened just before the behavior? Um, how did they handle the behavior? And then what took place afterwards? Those are very important. Um, Take into consideration the child's demeanor for the day. If the behavior they are displaying is age appropriate, and if there is a pattern to the behavior. So once you notice the pattern, if there is one for the behavior, then you can start seeing what the trigger might be. And you could actually stop the behavior before having to use the cozy corner. So just things to consider, and there may be more support for the child once you start documenting these behaviors. And please be patient with me. I am learning. I don't know what to do with these big feelings. And no, I'm not being naughty. I'm having a hard time and don't know what to do to feel better. So remember, the children are not doing this on purpose. It is not something you should take personal. They aren't trying to give you a hard time. They are having a hard time and don't know how to handle it. So reviewing basic steps, introduce. So introduce the cozy corner to your class, practice together, then allow children to use independently. Observe before, during, and after child's behavior. Notice any patterns, triggers, and or need for additional supports. And then make sure your cozy corner is being used properly by the child. And once he or she is back to a calm state, talk about what happened, acknowledge their effort to self-regulate, and help them transition back into the classroom setting. And as always, this is our wrap-up page with our information, contact information for the council. And Deb is listed at the top there, and we're sorry to say that she wasn't able to join us today, but hopefully our next recording she will be here. And then there is Francis's information and also mine at the bottom.
All right, so we hope that you got some good tips for the cozy corners and that you'll be able to implement them in the classroom, because they are a really great tool for kiddos to help learning and continue learning and practicing how to regulate their own emotions. But as always, if you have any questions or want further guidance, please reach out to one of us and we're more than happy to help you out.
And just to add, sorry, Francis, I was just thinking about this. I know it's really geared for the classroom, this PowerPoint is, but this is something you could also do at home in your home setting. So just by following the same guidelines, but yes, I would encourage to also have one of these at home. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.